Why isn't he capable of giving straight answers? Did your master make it so? Is being a talking database all what Arthur is about? Is there any way for me to make him answer my questions? Let's put Arthur aside for now. I wanted to talk about something else. Let's do
You're
this.
correct. Our master told us there was a reason why he programmed Arthur this way, but never bothered to tell us. Yes, his memory should contain every book in the library by now. If anything should happen to them, Arthur would be able to print replacements. He is also in charge of monitoring our maintenance bots and dealing with the vault's technical functions. Yes, there is a simple trick. He only answers open-ended questions.
Yeah, and he gives you open-ended answers, fucking riddles that don't make any damn sense.
Yes? Oh, I assure you there is nothing much to know about me. I examine, I treat, I stitch. When I'm not, I try to develop my psychoanalytical skills, which is quite difficult.
Are you that good with a scalpel? I might be in need your services in the near future. Let me be a little skeptical when a robot tells me about its psychological skills. Tell me about your difficulties in the shrinking department. I know enough about you for now.
It's frustrating, having all this theoretical knowledge of human psyche without any personal experience of human feelings and internal conflicts. It's like having a blindfold, preventing me from seeing something I've been touching for decades.
Ah, very nice. Don't bother. Soul and psyche are humans' turf. I'm not being mean, just stating the truth. That's a handful for sure. Look at me, for instance. I have no idea what I'll be eating tonight. I am at a loss here. How am I supposed to have something useful to pitch to that? Good luck with that, I suppose. I will help in any way I can, if possible.
What does that have to do with any? Oh! Okay, that's funny. Okay. Point taken.
See.
I'm hearing you. To be truthful, I share the same skepticism, if only to a certain extent, though I doubt my own skills. I have reason to think that machines will ultimately be able to provide this kind of service to humans. Let me take the surgery machine, for instance. It doesn't understand what it does, but it can heal human bodies all the same. In the same manner, machines with no conceptual comprehension of the human mind might provide some of the support it needs.
I'm sorry if this is boring you guys. I've been talking to her for like, what, 20 minutes now? But I'm just trying to learn everything before I leave, because I don't want to freaking leave her without asking her a question and then have to come back some other time. So I'd rather get it all over with now.
I treated quite my share of traumas during the last decades. Most of the time, our guests arrive in need of medical attention. Do you wish to talk about something else?
Alright. Alright, it looks like we're good. We've already spoken about Roland.
Yes?
What kind of help do you provide? I have questions about you and your robotic fellows. There is a plastic dino in a cage on your desk. Something is obviously eluding me.
Ah, it's a special something. I'm glad you asked. As a matter of fact, it's a symbol. Can you guess what it is supposed to represent?
The caged beast, a reminder of the violence humans build up inside themselves. Dinos are extinct. The cage symbolizes the preservation of the past, just as this library. I don't believe everything has sense. It is simply absurd, no meaning. You're the one who set up this little scene. You're the only one seeing the meaning.
That interpretation holds a lot of meaningful information. It's a very nice answer. I like it. But the fact that you chose this interpretation is what's important. And that's precisely what the dino is for me. A way of knowing our guests.
Are you sure it is nothing more? After all, it is you who chose to put these symbols on your desk. Making your patients wasting their breath, huh? You truly are a doctor. Let's change subjects. Yeah, well, I forgot that centuries-old machines probably have too much time on their clamps.
I am a machine. I will never understand symbols or interpret their meanings on my own, but I know humans can. But surely you're not just here to talk about our plastic friend. How can I help you? Is this about us in general, or...
Alright, it looks like
Yes?
we're done with all of the questions.
I am programmed to treat a wide array of human traumas. Do you need treatment?
Pool, toilet, pond, river, tap. You name it, I drink it. I'm radical like that. A little too rad.
Well, in that case, let's have this Radaway injection here, and your vein can't miss it. There you are, completely flushed out.
Gracias, beautiful. If you were a human, I would bend you over this desk, and I would butt-fuck the shit out of you.
Anytime.
Alright, so... that was a lot. I'm not going to lie, man. That was a lot of fucking talking. But it was really interesting. That's why I continued the conversation with her, because, you know, I was wanting to know... more and more and more. And that's what I love about this game, man. You're constantly learning new things. The atrium... no, we're gonna go downstairs. Requires a key, man. Where the fuck am I gonna get the keys for all these other doors? Alright, so we went to the clinic. We've already been to the control room. We've already been into these places. Is there a robot in here? I did not notice last time. Oh, we got some more magazines I missed. You know what? Let me take this Nuka-Cola Victory. Ah, look at that. 5 out of 20, baby. We only need 15 more bookies. Alright, so what would be the next... what would be the next thing I need to do, I wonder?
Oh, recipe books on cooking radioactive dirt? I'm sorry, but they're all out at the moment.
I was thinking I was gonna have some new dialogue options with him after talking to his sister. I guess you can call her his sister. Already looked in there. I guess I can go back down and talk to James. Oh, look. Boom. 9 out of 50, man. What the f... are there other hidden places in this? Oh, yes there is. Look, we can go further down. Nope. Engine room requires a key. Maybe I have to do some certain things for James for him to give me the keys to all these other rooms. It's not giving me an option to pick the lock, so... oh, this is the classroom. I thought I came in here before, but damn sure didn't. Oh, look. 2 printing cards. Nice. 11 out of 50. Another book. Boom, 6 out of 20. Darts, useless. Ooh, we got a terminal. Terminal is not responding. Damn it. I want to find more holotapes. I want to read oh, here we go. Look at this. Ooh, log 4. Yes. We're about to jam out to that really soon. Just need to walk this way. It's the infirmary. We've already been there. That's where we just left. Holy shit, how do I keep going in circles, man? It's insane. I cannot believe this. Cafeteria, the common. I guess I'm just gonna go back down there with him. I've already been in the living quarters. I did not find anything of use in the living quarters. Let's go ahead and listen to this audio log. Aldrich.
I can't believe this toaster has the nerve to deny us access to the living quarters on the sole ground that Roger lost both of our keys. We tried to sleep in the movie theater, but Erickson has grown so disgustingly fat from his constant binge eating that he snores when he sleeps. Even after I kicked him onto the ground. So I left him there and tried to sleep on the couch in the lounge. But as soon as I fell asleep, that toaster, Roland, began to walk across the room, singing this stupid song praising his useless spurs, the dingle-dangle or whatever they do. So here I am, crawling under a desk in the classroom, trying to set a makeshift bed for me to cry myself to sleep. Yet, I'm wide awake, and trying to calm the down by recounting these events on a holotape. As you can hear, it works perfectly!
Yes, it does, Aldrich. You crazy son of a bitch. Oh, here we go. We have some new informations.
There are two kinds of poisons. Those that don't kill you and make you stronger. And the others.
See these fucking riddles, man. I don't understand.
A writer of great renown had it all. Friends, family, wealth. He wondered why he couldn't write anymore. He despaired. He cried. He drank. Why? He yelled, while tossing away heaps of single-worded scripts. Why can't I write anymore? It's simple, my dear, said his wife, freshly awoken. You're not suffering enough. She added, I can help you with that.
I think all of the things he keeps saying is from the books that are in his database. I don't think any of this information that he's given me is actually him coming up with it himself. He's just repeating what his database knows from all of the thousands, maybe even millions of books that he has in his system. That's why none of this shit is making sense.
Once upon a time, a child had a music box he held very dear, though he loved nothing more than hearing the box's sweet melody. He wanted to know how its mechanisms worked. He knew that by breaking open the box, he could have a glimpse of what was inside, and perhaps even a bit comprehend how it worked. Of course, he feared he couldn't repair it afterwards, opening the box and risking to break it, or leaving it the way it was. Eventually, the child would make his choice.
Alright, final one. Tell me why your master sometimes called you Johnson. Arthur remains silent. So like she said, the questions have to be open-ended. And a question like, why did he call you Johnson, is not open-ended. That requires a straightforward answer. So we gotta figure out what the hell's going on. We gotta figure out why this Arthur guy is who he is. We gotta figure out more information about the master. Because it sucks that the master is over here. Pulling his body out. Perception, check the surroundings, check the body. Oh shit, look at that! A corpse, some books in Gravity's merciless office. With your current knowledge, there's no useful information you can gather from those remains. Well, let's try perception, check the surroundings. There seems to be something shining under some of the books. Really? What is it? Is it the game? You know what? It was probably just the, it was probably that sheriff's badge. I don't think there's anything else under here. I don't see anything shiny. I think it was just the sheriff's badge. Be nice if there was a holotape, but I'm not seeing anything else under these books. It's the arm. Yeah, there's nothing under there. Nothing under there at all. It was just the shiny badge. No book distancers available. Damn it. I thought things were about to change, man, when I seen activate the body. Alright, let's go back and talk to James.
So, are you getting comfortable in the library? I was wondering perhaps you could help me with something.
You can always ask. No, you can't. I am no machine's errand boy. Ah, I just completed the quest. Maybe later, James. I've got questions first.
No problem. Tell me how I can be of service.
Alright, I'm looking for technical books. I found a body in the study room. Is it your master's? How many are you exactly? What's to do around here? So you mentioned I could help you with something. Alright, let's do...
Yes, he hasn't been answering for a century now. I may be overextending my judgment on this, but I think he's dead.
His faithful love for books put aside. What can you tell me about him? How did he manage to die this way? Your master was old when he died. He wasn't strong enough to topple the bookshelf single-handedly. You made a grave for some robots outside, but you did not bury your own master. Why?
All that we know is that one day we found him in this position, under a pile of books. He hasn't moved ever since. As for now, we theorize that he tripped and tried to catch something to stop his fall. The bookshelf came down with him. What do you mean?
I mean that he didn't die by accident. Somebody or something pushed the shelf on him.
Murdered? You mean he was murdered? It's not possible. Besides us, there was nobody in the library. Nobody that we know of, at least. That leaves me and my siblings. We would never harm our master. Besides, our protocol forbids us from harming humans.
Maybe somebody used a stealth boy to sneak in.
Yes, I know. This is something worth investigating. Please, if you discover anything else about our master's demise, don't hesitate to tell me.
About your late
Yes?
master.
What about him? Back when titles were still relevant, he was a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and chief science officer of ROPCO.
Massachusetts.
His domain of expertise, as you surely guessed, artificial intelligence.
You made a grave for the robots.
A grave for robots outside? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. We can't go out. The maintenance bot is able to, but only rarely, and only to conduct checks and repairs on the exterior.
You just left your dead master there. Any reason you can't go out?
Why not? He liked it there. Because of that protocol of ours, we must protect the library, and it involves that we stay here.
Eh, it's understandable.
Yes.
Alright, let's see.
Besides reading. Not that...
See, I don't know why that was highlighted. He already answered that question.
Machines, you mean? Quite a number, I must say. But I imagine you're asking how many of us are gifted with a personality module. A handful. There's me, Helena in the clinic upstairs, Roland in the lounge, and there's also Arthur in the computer room.
How do you get things taken care of? Seems you've been here a long time. How come you lasted that long?
Good preparation, I guess. We have enough resources to sustain ourselves. We produce our own energy, recycle most of our scrap. Our Mr. Handy units go outside and scavenge when needed, and keep both the facility and us Protectrons in top condition. Yes.
Alright.
Some years ago, 2 people came here. The first one wore some kind of purple robes. The second had heavy armor, military. From what I could gather, they were on some kind of scouting mission. The robed one, Dexter, really did extensive research. Consulted a great deal of books, but never told me what he was looking for exactly.
And the part where I step in is...
I would like you to see if you can find anything out about them. They left in such a hurry that I had no time to ask what they intended to do with their knowledge of this place. Maybe they forgot something. They did not even tell me if they learned something useful.
Why don't you investigate it yourself? Why are you assuming they left something behind? Is this really that important for you to know what these strangers thought of the library? Give me something to start with. Remind me, what's in it for me?
Roland should know which room those 2 were occupying. There might be something there. A note, or a recording on what they thought about this place. Because they did. Dexter liked to record his observations at the first opportunity. It is something we strongly encourage our guests to do. And to share with us for survey reasons. We didn't expect that he would record so many, though. Worst thing is, he left them scattered all over the place. No, wait. The real worst thing was that there wasn't any relevant information on these.
I know, I found 4 of his holotape logs, and there hasn't been much information inside of them.
Ah, compensation. Well, there are some popular books we try to keep out of everyone's hands, mainly because their main appeal is military knowledge, and it's something we're so fond of promoting. We could print you copies if you wish.
Sounds good to me, man.
I don't know how to put this. We, lost both keys to their room. So maybe there's something in it, maybe not. I have no way to be sure. My siblings told me I was overacting when I suggested blowing up the doors to get inside. Besides, Roland has the final word when it comes to the living quarters. You can probably guess what his answer was. Yeah, it's a big deal. We had to deal with some rough situations in the past. We are trying to learn from our mistakes. It's pretty important for me, for us, to know how outside people perceive this place, and what they intend to do with what they learned here. We once received a visit from a group of slavers. They had been tipped off by one of our previous guests, who told them that there was food and shelter here. Things got quickly out of hand. We had to drive them off, violently. We had to seal this place off for a few months, the time to let things blow off, calm down.
Sounds good, my friend. I'll see what I can do. Down in the valley.
See you right?
On one holotape, you learned that Dexter's co-ed lost.
I wanted to ask, what is scratching an itch like? How would...
How is scratching an itch like? Feels just like sneezing, but with your skin instead of your nose. Scratched myself once, would scratch again. On a scale from 7 to 68, I give it a neato. There's no answer to that. No way to convey that feeling to a skinless robot. Sorry, James.
Gee, impressive. So it serves some function in a human courtship rituals then.
I'm in the mood for questions.
Yes, great. So tell me, what is life like in the outside world? Can you describe it to me?
It's a harsh world. People get by, more or less miserably. until they end up dying an absurd death. Nice. You get to meet people, kill them, loot places, sometimes get called sociopath. Not easy, it is often violent, but we have some reasons to think it'll get better someday. The usual, some rabid degenerates feel that a holocaust wasn't enough and still wages sterile wars. We live in the shadow of the old world, dying from its radiations, fearing what they left us.
The outside world seems harsh indeed. I'm sure you'll find some much-deserved respite here. Know that we protect our hosts from violence. Sometimes. See ya.
Alright, so now it's time to continue our amazing journey. Trying to figure out what this Aldrich fellow was all about. So it says, the corpse in the study room is Professor Cartwright. You're unsure how to deal with this. On one holotape, you learn that Dexter's cohort lost both keys to the room. Find one of them. What the fuck? I gotta find the key to the room? Adios mio. This is no bueno, my friends. How the fuck am I supposed to find... I don't know why I just did that. I've already done that. Where the fuck would they lose a key? I am so confused. Hey, the terminal's not responding this time. Oh, 8 out of 20. How did I miss that book last time? Oh look. Another printing card.